Ooh, hey guys.
Are you interested in understanding GLP-1 medications like Ozempic, Wegovy, or Mounjaro? Then join us on the Plus Sides, Cracking the Obesity Code, the groundbreaking podcast helping people change their lives one episode at a time. The Plus Sides podcast is a disruptor. We're breaking down barriers, smashing stereotypes, and sharing inspiring stories that'll leave you feeling informed and empowered. Join us every week to learn from doctors who are specialists around GLP-1 medications like Ozempic, Wegovy, or Mounjaro. They'll provide you with science and facts to validate these incredible stories. But that's not all. We'll also bring you the voices of the GLP-1 Mounjaro TikTok community, real people who face the challenges of obesity-related diseases and disorders and discovered the incredible plus sides of GLP-1 medications. Our episodes are filled with heartwarming stories, laughter, and moments of triumph. You'll connect with our amazing community members who are reclaiming their health and experiencing their fullest lives. Are you ready to embark on a journey of discovery and empowerment? Tune in to the Plus Sides, Cracking the Obesity Code, and together we'll change the narrative around obesity and end the stigma. Subscribe now on YouTube or your favorite podcast platform and join our incredible community. Let's celebrate the plus sides of life together, because every story deserves to be heard. Every life deserves to shine, and everyone deserves access to expert knowledge and medication. The Plus Sides Podcast. You're not alone. It's not your fault.
I'm Dave Knapp, man on the Mounjaro. That's why I'm here.
Big news for semaglutide.
I'm the most elusive of all the doses. So I have a couple theories, and I'm interested to hear yours. The first,
Who likes my Karnak hat?
Jokes about terzepatide.
you are on the pen.
Yay, Dave. Yay, Dave. Hi, guys.
Hi. Producer Cat.
Producer Cat in the
Yay,
house.
Dave. Dave.
Moderator Bear in the house.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
What's up, Jimmy?
Yes.
And Kim.
We're going to have a very good show today. A very good show.
Wait a minute. Okay, so is there any way we can just get this out the way? So, Kat, your fans are asking, what is today?
What is today?
Hump day! I missed my, you know what? I missed my spin class this morning, so I didn't scream at it when
Welcome to Clapper Tuesday.
when our instructor. Yeah, I missed it. I had so much today was just not a good showing. So
Not a good showing.
it's not a good showing.
Today
I had
was
a lot to do.
Today was a little weird. Yesterday was my weird day. Yesterday was my off day. Like, no matter what I did, I just couldn't do it. I'm like, okay, we're just gonna start over tomorrow.
I get
New
it.
day, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been like that for the past 3 weeks for me, since all of this terms and conditions and community guidelines and shit have been changing. I've been a wreck.
Who has been privatizing or privating their videos all flipping days?
I've been privating the shit out of my account for the past 3 weeks since I started since I knew there was something coming.
And I'm looking at them and I'm like, some of them are so good.
I know.
There's one in particular, Call Me Zane.
Repurpose. People are on Clapper need it too.
That's why I'm on Clapper. I'm on Clapper Live right now.
Yeah. You're on Clapper Live right now too?
Hi, friends.
Hi.
I can't be on Clapper Live because it created a new account for me and I was trying to log into my other account.
On the bat phone.
Yeah, so it's just weird. So I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
My bad.
Well, hopefully everybody over here will be like, I think I'd like to watch the whole show. And then go to YouTube.
Yes.
It's fun on YouTube.
It's changed.
So not only do we
fun
have
on
her
YouTube.
normal airiness this evening, we're also going to have her talking to Clapper on her phone.
Oh no, just for now.
Oh.
It's alive. It's interactive.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interactive. There's always a Prince song for anything. So I just let you know.
That's a
There is always a Prince.
It's a Prince song for everything.
Prince
It
was
is.
wonderful.
Interactive.
I'm gonna have to let
Anyway,
the puppy in. I'm gonna have to let the puppy in. I'll be right
but
back.
I'm wearing a plus size hat, not a Prince hat today. So
Yeah, you are.
Oh.
I'm wearing my set.
I'm wearing a set.
You're wearing a set too?
Yeah.
It's a set.
Yeah.
It's cute.
I'm wearing my bridesmaid's t-shirt. I'm ready to party.
Party.
So tonight we have a very good show. Just
Yeah, we
send this
do.
shit to everybody because we're about to say all the shit in the land.
So you're gonna say
girl.
we're gonna say sugar honey iced tea all night?
We're pissed about the medicine being in shortage. We're pissed about fucking TikTok. We're pissed about all shit. I'm telling you.
This is spicy
This
dinosaur
is
monkey fart.
spicy. Yeah, I'm about fed up.
There's some cayenne pepper over there.
Yeah.
I told y'all
Like you
she's
tell people
in
to
a
follow you other
mood.
places, you get dinged. You can't talk about what you want to talk about, and you try to, and you get dinged. It's like freaking pinball.
Yeah.
It's like being a ding, 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 ding. Like it's awful.
That's why we're
Ding,
gonna
ding,
call her.
ding, 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 ding.
Yep.
It is. That's right. Like that, JT. Only you
Yeah.
get it. I
Well,
was
Listen,
Yeah.
ever since TikTok came with this BS, which they started last year around this time, remember? Okay.
They doubled down on it this time, it feels like.
Yeah, but they are really just choosing violence. They are choosing utter violence. Eli Lilly is choosing violence. Novo Nordisk continues to not be able to do right. And my brain felt like it was about to pop yesterday because all I'll say is y'all get ready.
Oh no, we lost your sound. Y'all get ready for what?
That
the air warnings call.
Hold on. What about? Sorry,
You're good now.
I'm daggone telemarketers, but that daggone call yesterday. When I tell you, those investors were locked and loaded for Eli Lilly's.
Oh, they were ready.
They were ready.
Go over the Eli Lilly call.
And I was there for it. I was like, yes. Ooh, yeah. Okay.
What
Sorry.
are you whining about now? You just wanted to come in here. Mama's got jobs to do. Come on.
Kim has puppies.
I want to hear talking about it later. Good.
Dixie will want back in a few minutes.
It's enough for you to show my set off.
Dixie
in the TikTok
is a
shop.
whole vibe.
It's in the TikTok.
I got this TikTok shop.
It's cute.
Dixie's the queen of the house. So
Yeah.
whatever she wants, she gets.
Yeah, there we go.
Wow, that's too funny.
Anyway, we're a little wild tonight because we're
We're a little
trying new
wild.
things.
We do have to
Yeah.
thank
Podcast
our
is forced us.
peoples. And we have an awesome
On the
guest
next
tonight.
name, I'm looking snazzy.
No, I started using it. But you know what? I use it mostly for we call it the plus size neck cream. Well, thank you,
That's
Dave.
right. It's the plus
It's,
size. It funds this shit. That's
it-
right.
I use it on my chest because
Yeah.
we neglect the chest,
Love you,
the neck cream.
I use it on my chesty chest too.
Yeah.
Mine,
Mhm.
do this.
Because
I just grow a beard.
look,
I mean, the older I get, I'll grow a beard too. I got one.
we probably will have a beard eventually. Heck.
Oh, I already have one. It's PCOS beard. Sucks.
Well,
Raise your hand.
Yeah.
PCOS sucks.
it works. You don't have to worry about skin, folds, anything. It's just it's covered up.
All right, John.
Well, we
I
do
love you
have to
very
worry
much.
about skin though.
We're so thrilled to have you here and be our moderator extraordinaire.
But you want me to leave?
Please, I would like you to go to your spot.
The funniest part about the plus size live is
Go to your
husband and
spot.
wife banter. You know, he's going to welcome himself back on to say something.
Of course he will.
He's been kicked out.
There you go.
I do what I please.
See, exactly. All right. While you do that, I'm going to run the thanks reel. Okay, guys?
Okay. Thanks, time.
Yeah, okay.
Yay.
Thank you,
Okay.
guys. Thank you, everybody.
Thank yous. a lot of people recently have been coming to the bomb party and buying rings from me, which helps the podcast. And I want to show everybody, I opened this ring, and this one is called, I think, End the Stigma or Break the Stigma.
Oh,
It's for mental health awareness, but I was like, boy, is that ever so like exactly what we needed to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what. Oh, Corey, you're so sweet.
Thank you, Corey.
Thank you, Corey.
So much.
Corey.
Thank you so much, friends. We're so appreciative when you do things like this. It really does help us. And obviously, with TikTok being one of the biggest ways that I fund the podcast, legitimately, I'm nervous about it. You know, so I'm trying to do other things to try to keep things alive because we are a whole production. And it takes a lot of people and it takes dollars to do meetups and all of these things. So anytime you can do stuff like that, it really does help. And I'm very, very thankful for it. And I just don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm trying to grow the Instagram, my personal Instagram, as well as the podcast. And all the ladies are. They're trying to grow on Clapper.
Yeah.
You know, I started a YouTube, a personal YouTube for the short form content. Oh, thank you, Allie. So we're trying to do what we can, you know. So anytime you could do things to help, that's awesome. And I'm super thankful for it. I've never asked. Y'all know I never asked. Right. And the whole time the year we've been doing this, I never asked. So I'm thankful because we're changing lives. We're doing good things together. And we want to keep that up. You know, we want to keep that up.
I agree.
The tea, girl, we got so much tea. We're going to talk about all of it first.
So I just wanted to pop in. I just wanted to pop in and say we are at a record number of watchers, y'all. 135 people are watching our live right now. This is the largest number we have had to date.
135.
I just wanted to pop in and point that out.
Thank you. That was very well worth it, Bear. Extraordinaire.
Get out of my life.
Now come on.
I'm gonna come back.
Just like at home. All right, it's good to see you out here. That's right, guys. Share it out. Let's get it going. We're trying to get loud and change things. That's the whole goal. So people do not feel alone. They know it's not their fault. They go see their doctor and they get help. That's the goal, right?
Yes, indeed. Yes,
go hit the thumbs up. Oh, no, yes. Thanks, Sabrina.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Over on Clapper too. We'll do Clapper as long as it makes sense.
Corey. Ooh, Corey.
Corey.
Oh, Corey gave us a super sticker.
Corey, that was really, really sweet.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you, everybody. We appreciate it so much. First time.
Hey, welcome
Hi,
to the fold, Lee.
It's so good to have you here. So for those that have never come to one of our lives before on YouTube, on YouTube, what we do is we have on a community guest who shares their story unfiltered and uncut and un-TikTok fuckers. Not sorry. I flip you off with my break the stigma finger.
Break the stigma finger.
What is about the rings on TikTok? If you follow me on TikTok, I do lives and I sell bomb party rings, and it helps the podcast keep going. That's what we're doing. We're trying. We need revenue streams to keep the sucker going because Mama's got a day job and she can't be leaving it. So we got to do it.
Yeah.
First time here and listening in general. Oh, that's great.
Awesome.
What's up, that Charlie Ray?
Hey. Tell us where you found us. That'll help us too if we can know where you found us.
Yeah.
Cool. I've never been here before. Hi.
Hey.
I'm so excited. Okay.
Oh my gosh. We have so many.
How are you?
Awesome. Oh my gosh. Welcome to all the folds.
So what we're going to do is invite on our community guests and give them the space to be able to tell their story, unfiltered and uncut. And then after that, she's going to hang out with us and we're going to talk some trash. So let's all get the stories. And these are people just like us who struggle with the disease of obesity and insulin resistance, related disease and disorders, type 2 diabetes, blah, blah, blah. Just like us, right? So this is a safe space. All right, let's invite her on. Producer Kat.
Hi.
Hey, hi, Lara. I've been calling Lara all this time.
Lara.
I even met you in person. There's no excuse.
Okay.
Hi, Lara.
Everyone is always confused what to call me, so it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, now we know. Because I was funny because JT said it right, and I went, "What?" Like, I am telling you, I have a friend whose last name, I've been calling her Raider. We've been friends for years. She's taking care of my child. And one time her name was like, she was like Joanna Roeder. I'm just going to say it. Remember? And, and I was like, your last name
I did not know this.
Raider? And she was like, no, I was like, we've been friends for like 5 years. Oh, thank you, Angie. Thank you so much for your membership. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So with no excuse, now I know it.
Well, now she's got a new last name, so that's okay.
Yes, sure. That's what it is. Well, we are so glad to have you on as our guest tonight. And I think it's time to hear your story. I think it's time, So we're going to go on mute so we don't interrupt you because Kat and I have a habit. Okay.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
That looks like I'm doing something else. I'm not. I'm tight.
She's a Virgo. She's good at listening. Okay.
Well, I just want you to know that I am so honored to be here. I've been following you guys for a very long time. You hadn't even started the podcast. I remember you were just talking about it. And I was like, yes, do it. I was there supporting and it's wonderful to see you grow, how much you've grown. This is so much out of my comfort zone. You don't know how much is, but I'm so happy to be here.
Space. Just take your time. Yeah.
No, I'm happy to be here. And I feel like it's going to be good for me actually to get it out. So I've always been overweight. I was an overweight child. Everything involved food. Everything we did involved food. We went out, we did whatever activity we did. It always ended going somewhere to eat. We celebrated with food. Every situation was food. Food was all around. My mom loved to cook and she cooked in abundance. And I understand why, because they immigrated, right? We're a Hispanic culture and they came from the Dominican Republic. And my mom was very poor. I don't know too much about my dad. But they were poor and, they came here and they were doing well for themselves. And they had an abundance of food. It was always food. And she fed us very well. And then my dad was killed at the age, I was 12. And around that time, things just started going down. I mean, obviously, I ate more, I guess, emotional, with the trauma. And he did everything. So my mom was left alone with kids, not knowing what to do. And then it was like we were poor again. And so at that time, it was difficult. It was just difficult. So it was like I was eating all my feelings. And so I retreated. And I was going to school and all I did was eat. I went to school and I would go to lunch and just sit by myself and just eat. And then you had the physical activities and I would just sit in the corner and not join in, and nobody even picked me anyway for those group activities or anything. So I didn't really have a lot of friends. I was always by myself and all I did was eat. And that's how, as the years went by, I just gained weight and gained weight and gained weight. Finally, I was in my early 20s. I met my husband. He loved me for me. He just loved me how I was. By that time, I must have been, about 250 pounds. And I'm 5'7". So I must have been like 250 pounds. We met, we got married. I had my daughter, my first daughter. I have 2 daughters. I stood home with her for her first 2 years. I I went to school to finish my degree while she was little. And then I got pregnant again. By that time, I started working again. And then at that time, I got bigger. And it started affecting me. Well, when I saw, so the little things started happening. Because I was big, but I was healthy. And, you know, you don't really take pictures. So it's like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like you don't really see the full scope. And being that I had my husband and I was kind of happy, and I say kind of, it's like you're fooling yourself. Well, me, I was fooling myself, right? I was like, oh yeah, I'm happy. I have my family, I have my daughters, and so I don't know, I just kept eating. It was 1 minute I was okay, and the next minute I was just eating like a whole cake. And what woke me up one day was that we were at a pool. It was summertime, and we were at a pool, and we had just bought a camcorder, and my husband's recording me and my daughter. My youngest was like 1.5 years. And we went home that day, and he was replaying on the TV, and I saw myself. And that's what made me really wake up and say, oh, I really need to do something. Not really for me, but for my daughters. And a few things happened around that time. My oldest was in pre-K, and she was being made fun of. Not because of her, but because of her mom. And I was also starting to feel the effects of being that big, like walking. I remember walking up a hill and not being able to breathe that well. I never had any issues as far as, diabetes, hypertension, high cholesterol. So I guess at that I felt like, okay, I don't have issues, I'm okay. But I got to 380 pounds. So that happened that summer. I remember it was July 4th, actually. Like 2 weeks later, I had an appointment with a gastric bypass, a bariatric surgeon. And I ended up having a gastric bypass October 13th in 2000. That was the best thing I did. So this day, I don't regret it. That's the best thing that I did. I lost 100 pounds in like 4.5 months. That's how fast it was. That was too fast. Now that I look back, I remember I did get a little malnourished at the time. I lost my hair. I was deficient in vitamin D, B12. A few problems came about, but that was nothing that I couldn't fix. Once I went to the doctor and they gave me everything I needed, everything was fine after that. And I ended up losing 215 pounds. So from 380, I went down to about, my lowest was 164. But I got down to 164, but bounced back and settled down about 175. And I was able to maintain that for a pretty long time. That was the year 2000, about, I want to say 2008, I started gaining a little by little. 1 pound here, 2 pounds there. One thing about that surgery back then, this was the year 2000. It was open. I didn't have to go through everything that everybody goes through right now to have surgery. It was like 1, 2, 3. They didn't care. I didn't have to do all that psychological therapy. I didn't have to do any of that. So it was like, they just did it. They didn't give me any education, any nutritional education. It was like, oh yeah, you can't eat sweets again. Just make sure you eat your protein. There wasn't any real follow-up. So yeah, I mean, I lost the weight because I couldn't eat. It's not that I was choosing the best foods for me. So I ended up gaining some weight because I was eating the wrong foods. And because the surgery, if you're not really exercising and lifting your weights, it does kill your metabolism. So I ended up gaining, one day, again, I was gaining little by little, and all of a sudden, I was doing the same thing again. I was not looking in the mirror. I noticed I was gaining some weight. I was avoiding the scale. And one day I'm like, wait, I'm going to let this happen again. And I got on the scale and I was 225. And I was like, oh no, I can't let this happen again. And I caught myself and I dialed in my diet. That's when I really started learning about nutrition. I researched everything that I should be eating, counting calories. I did intermittent fasting. I did keto. I really worked at it. I really struggled because I really was counting every little thing I was putting in my mouth. I was weighing things. I mean, I was going to the restaurants with my family, and I would go to Red Lobster and not eat the biscuit. I got
interrupted. Madness.
I mean, that's
true. That is deprivation.
That's how, I mean, I lost the weight, but that's how strict it was. And that's how it's been my entire life since then, in order to maintain that weight. And I was hitting the gym like 5 days out of the week, but I was able to maintain the weight. And then the pandemic happened. Menopause happened. I went from, I live in New York City. I take the train to work. I used to get off a stop before so I could walk to work. I would work. At lunchtime, I would walk across Central Park to get my lunch. I would come walking back. In the evening when I left work, I would walk to go to about 10 blocks to go take the express bus to go home. So I was constantly walking aside from doing my workouts. And then all of a sudden, here I am sitting because I'm working from home the entire day. So here I am, I ballooned again to 219. At that time, I was weighing like 180, I want to say. I went right back up to 219 because I was sitting the whole time during the pandemic. And then menopause hits. So then here I go again, panicking. This time I got really desperate because I was doing everything the same, except I wasn't really getting all my steps in. So then one day I'm typing in the computer and I'm like, okay, how to lose weight during menopause? And something came up and took me to YouTube. And I remember it was Chrissy G, I think her name was, and Amy something. She was the one that got banned, I think, in YouTube. And that's how I found Mounjaro. And it took me to TikTok. And then that's when I saw all of you guys, Candace and B. And that's how I got into the Mounjaro world. And that was November. And in December, I had my prescription. And that was December 2022. And I've lost 56 pounds until today. But it hasn't been easy. It's been on average a pound a week. And I've had to use additional medications. And I have to watch what I eat because my body is very insulin resistant. And here I am.
Yeah, and now here you are.
Mm-hmm.
And like, so you've been at it as long as a lot of us.
Yeah.
You know, like December 2022, because I'm July 2022, and then JT's January 2023, I think. And then you're about the same time as me, Kat, I think.
Yeah.
So we're all the, what is it already called? The
fall 22. Yeah.
You all
2 years equals OG, I guess.
We are the OGs.
Listen, you all are OGs, but you know, my script, maybe I'm an OG. My prescription was written on December 19th, 2022.
I take it. You're an OG. Honorary. Honorary. Although I have withdrawn myself from all of the labels, so I don't know what I'm I'm just me. I don't know. Cam. Yes, thank you so much for sharing.
I know.
It's not easy.
It's not. Especially as you start getting closer to that number. I feel like it's more of a mind trip than anything. And then like, I'm not even close to whatever equals maintenance for me. Like, I think Kat and I are very similar in that we are just like larger humans. And it's like, there is no skinny Kim. Like, that's not a thing. Genetically, it's not a thing. Right. And unless I want to do what you're talking about, and I don't. So I'm like,
off to you.
Cool.
I'm like Kim, like
my numbers my numbers are either up or down, however they're supposed to be. And I'm just like, I think I'm okay with that. But I think that's like a decision everybody has to make. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a
I
lot.
totally get that. You what?
What happened to me right now? You know, I was off. I had surgery recently, so I was off of MJ for a month. I was on 15. So they started me on 5.
Wow.
And now I just started 10 again, and it's been really working well.
It's kind of crazy. Like, I think too, like I've just gone down in dose because of the shortage and everything. And I've been on 15 for several months, and I went down to 12.5, and I was telling JT, I'm having side effects again. It's like when I first started on 12.5, but I'm coming down. It's bizarre. It's not like that. It is not like that on Wegovy and Ozempic.
Yeah.
Not like that. You go down and you're like, I'm hungry.
It's weird. The variation of effectiveness too. Like when you go up and down in dosage, sometimes you go down. Like, why is my appetite suppression is stronger on this 7.5 than it was on 15?
Same. Yeah.
Which I think is really interesting because Lilly says the maintenance dosing is 5, 10, and 15. But then you have so many people that, get to 15 and they're like, the other doses seem to work better, especially if they have more weight to lose. So it's just like Lilly,
I really held off. I really held off going up quick because I still, I would say on average, I need to lose about 30 to 50 more pounds. And it in terms of, what's considered ideal, right? For numbers on BMI charts, right? But if I never lost more than like 10, I think I'd be okay with it. I kind of like that I'm still plus size. I'm only, not far away from not being, but like there's a part of my identity that's wrapped up in that.
I call it your plus or your slim plus.
Slim plus.
Yes. Slim. Look, no, slim thick. Look, you and Kim are slim thick. If you all ever
thick. Yeah.
If you all ever get to meet any of these 3 ladies, when I tell you,
which by the way, you can. We're having a meetup in Atlanta.
See, perfect segue. Meetup in Atlanta. Let me tell you, Lara, because we've met you, I would have never thought that was your story. Because looking at you now, you would never be able to tell.
No, she looks like a thin mint.
Total thin mint.
Thin mint. Oh, Carlos.
She is a total thin mint.
Oh, you're a sweetheart.
And I totally understand. Like whenever I visit New York, oh my gosh, you eat like a king, but you walk everywhere. You got to run to catch the train. So I would always lose about 3 pounds every time. Wow, to go from that and then to go to completely being inside. But you're getting New Yorkers, man. they can walk.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Walk with.
I'm
with
so slow.
intention. Oh no, move or get out of the way.
Yeah.
That's what my sister
or
says.
get out
She
of the
lives in
way.
Brooklyn,
Yeah.
and when I'm like walking, she's like, "Do you need me to slow down?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I'm
Like, yeah.
like, I'm like literally like she's a thin mint. My sister's thin mint, and she's like, but even if she wasn't, she's just always been like that, like just super active and living in New York and fast paced life, and you know,
yeah. Well, just FYI, I have my other phone, so I'm looking here at the chat, and I'm looking here. So
there we go. We're cool. I'm looking over here and over there and everywhere tonight. So it is what it is.
I'm hanging out on my little quiet clapper here. I said, "Hey, Stevie." Yeah, something about Stevie on my clapper. Anyway.
But I think that's okay, right? Like it's always been about, that's why we always talk about body positivity, I think, is like, it really is just about like, I think being healthy and then just deciding what equals healthy for you mentally and physically. And so that is why the body positivity movement does not have to be exclusive from GLP. Like I can love my smaller, bigger body and be okay with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I am. You know, it's taken me a while to get there. Like, but I've actually fought it a little bit. I've tried to sabotage it a couple times. You know, like, oh God. Yeah, like, oh God, I'm getting too close to a 14, you know? Yeah, he knows. You know, and stuff like that. I don't
she
like
looks
that.
yummy. So
And
let's just remember that.
He said yummy.
Yummy.
John, you just have food
Absolutely
noise because you
yummy.
have the munchies.
A total snack. A strawberry sundae.
Oh my God. You're fine.
He said a strawberry sundae. Sunday.
Beat his ass up with a
stick.
But yeah, I think that's really important. And you know, like I think we relate a lot, and other people too. Like PMAC has had lap band surgery, and you know, it helps until it doesn't, right? And that's not everybody. Like some people are like crazy, still successful on it, you know. But ultimately, like it's not your fault. It's a metabolic disorder, and it didn't solve for it. I think it's so interesting that you didn't have to go through any of this nonsense that people have to do now when you got your surgery. You know.
Yeah. They have to wait, like, I don't know, like a year or something, right? To have surgery.
Yeah. And
it's like 6 months at least. Yeah.
I think it's at least 6 months. We've had Lalani, who's a member of the community. She's an OG. She just recently had bariatric surgery. And, you know, and she really chronicled her journey with it.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. And I think like, and here's the thing, like I know that there may be a point in time where I will gain this weight back. Because I know I have a chronic disease. I know now. I wish someone had told me that, you know, but I do know that now. And so I don't want to cash in my surgery chip again until I need to. But if I need to, I need to. You know what I mean? Like it's a treatment for the disease that I have. And like, regardless of how I got here or any of that, it doesn't matter. Like I am a sick person that needs medicine. Anybody that takes these medicine for a metabolic disease or disorder is a sick person that needs medicine. And that's what it comes down to, you know? And I think like sometimes people will oversimplify and be like, you're less deserving because you're using it to lose weight. No, you're taking it because the weight is just a symptom of your disease. Right. And I think that's like a mind shift that we're working on the podcast for all of our new people here that we're trying to change. And that's why we have on people to tell their stories. And we also have doctors that come on and doctors that will validate. Thank you, Brina. Thank you. That will validate all of this with facts, science, and data. And that's what our episodes are about. And so we can't get the doctors in the lives. I've tried.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm busy. I'm like, wah.
I know I have a disease because every time even now, like I've been off the medication twice already, and that voice comes back.
Yeah.
I lose control certain days where I just want to eat and eat and eat, and that food is calling you, you know, whatever it is.
Yes.
Yeah. And I know I'm already 53, so I know I've been through this all my life.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, and I'm 44. I'll be 45 this year. That's some crazy. Mid 40s. It's here. It's here. I'm middle aged.
It's here.
Chris.
Thank you, Chris.
You're a super sticker. I don't really know what any of that means, but it has money, which means I can. That's great. I need to learn. I know. I have a social media manager. And he'd be like, what do these things mean? Yay, thank you for helping.
Thank
Her
you.
birthday this year is going to be a little old lady walking up the hill with a half broken walker.
I still have 5 years to remember that hill, boo.
Yeah, that's how come
I'd
it's walking
remember
up
that
the
because
hill.
we're only a few months apart.
I can take it as good as I give it, so I'm good.
Disagree. Agree to disagree. Bye. You're fired. Well, we would love for you to stay with us while we talk about news and tea and all that stuff.
All that things.
Yes. And just gab. What did I say? Talk some trash.
We're talking major trash.
Talk some trash.
We're talking major trash.
Major trash. Yes. You want to? You want to stay? If you need to go, you can go. We get kind of crazy.
Sure.
And I'm fired up today. I am fired up today.
Yeah.
And I know JT's fired up too. I know we're all like just.
This is going to be just focused on our gripes and you know, Lily.
Bitch one, moan and complain, baby.
Right.
Right.
Exactly. I feel like it's serendipity that the audio took a dump on my cottage cheese video. So
that sounded really gross together.
Oh,
I know. I was like a dumping cottage cheese.
Okay. My audio had a malfunction on my cottage cheese. That's just, you know what?
Thank you.
I am not doing great things for the cottage cheese community right now.
There's a cottage cheese community?
Maybe there is. Is there? I want to find them.
I mean, there's a water.
Hold on. I want to find them.
Feisty Kim is my favorite. Yeah, you know. I am feisty.
While you guys talk about the tea, I am looking for a cottage cheese
community.
Well, JT, speaking of tea, I feel like we should talk about the earnings call and vials and shortages and all that shit. And you can let us know what you know.
Look.
So that we can go, WTF, Eli Lilly. WTF, Novo Nordisk. We need our medicine. Get on it. You know? Ciao. All right, tell us all.
Thanks.
Thank you, Lara. Okay, Kat, the bumper.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah, we need the bumper. Tea with JT.
She's like, get out of here.
Cheese community.
I am on cottage cheese alert right now. People find me anyway.
Oops.
Ma'am.
That's the wrong one, Kat.
Ma'am.
Train wreck.
That's better. Thanks, Kat.
Put the phone down, ma'am.
Look, ma'am.
Cottage cheese is disgusting. I need soap right now.
If you add tomatoes and like cucumber to it, it's not bad, and a little pepper. It really is.
It sounds disgusting.
I puree this out of it and use it as
Cat of firing you too. No more cottage cheese. Cucumbers and cottage cheese. Like I don't think I've ever heard anything like it.
That sounds delicious. I grew up on cottage cheese, but I also grew up on herring.
On herring?
Like pickled herring.
Isn't that a fish?
It is. It's pickled.
Oh, gross.
I like herring.
My mother, family, they're from Slovakia. They're Eastern European. So yeah.
So pickled things was
herring, pickled herring, cottage cheese.
Yeah.
What else? There's some other things.
Good God, that just sounds like gas. That just sounds like a whole bunch of gas.
It's awful. I won't touch it now, but when you're a kid, you don't realize what you're eating.
Jamie Joe. Hey, Jamie Joe. Oh, Jamie Joe. Hi.
Listen, that sounds like the perfect concoction for some righteous gas.
Cottage cheese. That's Christy.
That's right, Christy. I love
the friendship.
I had some today.
I know. I'm telling you, there are people that just like love it. Although I will say, when I went to Kat's, she did make a baked ziti for me that was full of cottage cheese. It was delicious, but I didn't poop for 3 days.
What a dairy.
So, by the way, we talk about poops here. This is not the life for you if you cannot handle it.
I puree cottage cheese with strawberries
and vanilla. Ooh, that sounds good. You know, one of the trainers at my cycle bar, she said she takes a rice cake, she puts cottage cheese on top of it and honey.
Oh,
it sounds so good.
I don't know. I could get on board with that. I do like cottage cheese and like fresh peaches or pineapple. I'm like,
but yeah,
it's not bad.
Chocolate glaze on anything is
Listen, we're talking cottage cheese.
Where's the whip? You're right.
Demi, no. But Demi Moore is on television, and let me tell you, I don't care if it was surgery. I don't care if it was that. I don't care if it was a GLP-1. I don't care. That woman is like a freaking vampire. She has not aged. And I'm like,
what does that have to do with it?
Because if she eats cottage cheese, I'm eating cottage cheese. I can look like that. You can just buy me like a whole thing of cottage cheese. She looks freaking phenomenal. I'm sitting up here like,
all right, cottage cheese apparently is the answer.
Look. I have a fupa.
Everybody got a fupa. Everybody got a fupa.
So not today, Satan. I rebuke you, JT. I rebuke you. Not today, Satan.
Sweetheart, could you please close that door? And people singing in our nasty garage.
Oh, I'm sorry. The boy's coming down here, so he's hanging out on my couch. But Demi Moore does look good.
For mine, in 10 minutes, he's got bedtime. All right,
Demi Moore looks absolutely.
What? Oh, we got to get back.
I know. She looks like 5 hours. Burt Reynolds movie.
God, zip it.
Okay, all right, I'm back.
All right, yeah. JT.
Yeah.
Please share the tea.
Okay. Here we go. Are we ready?
You got the whole list.
Ma'am, listen. I record the call as well as listen to it because I need to listen to it again because they drop so much information. And a lot of times people don't pick up what Eli Lilly is putting down. They don't pick it up. Now, I do because I'm like, Eli Lilly is a savage company. Now, they do good things, but they're a savage company. So here we go. So they started off and they start on time. I mean, like they start right at 11 o'clock point, like 0 seconds. So they talked about, and I said this, they talked about Jardiance. They talked about Versenio. They are stopping the clinical trials on that. Pretty much, Eli Lilly is hitching their wagon to tirzepatide. They are hitching their wagon to Mounjaro, to Zepbound, because it's so freaking effective. So when people ask, I saw this, well, it was in one of my lives. I'll never forget. Somebody asked, well, why is it so expensive? A community member said, because it works. I said, I didn't want to laugh, but I was laughing inside because it's true. Eli Lilly has hitched their wagon to that. That tirzepatide is going to be their money wagon, their money train for years to come because it's going to keep getting more FDA indications. They are actively working on access for Zepbound, for Mounjaro. They did talk about the obstructive sleep apnea.
Yeah, tell us about that.
Yeah, so I didn't talk about it over on the TikTok because you know how funky they can get. But here we go. So it's the Surmount OSA phase 3 clinical trial. So tirzepatide with obesity plus, and it had to be moderate to severe. They're saying that tirzepatide, Mounjaro, Zepbound could be the first pharmacological treatment for the disease of obstructive sleep apnea, not just treating the symptoms. They're saying that yes, this could be the first pharmacological treatment of the disease for OSA. And they mentioned 10 milligrams and 15 milligrams. And there goes 15 again.
Yeah.
So, so study 1 showed that there was a decrease of 27.4% using tirzepatide as opposed to 4.8% using placebo. For the arm, it was down, like OSA was decreased by 55% with tirzepatide as opposed to with placebo, it was 5%. And then for the third part was a decrease in study 1, 18.1%, with treating it with tirzepatide, as opposed to 1.3% decrease using placebo. Study 2, first, decrease of 30.4%. Placebo, 6%. The second group, 62.8% decrease in OSA, as opposed to 6.4% placebo. A decrease of 20.1% as opposed to 2.3% placebo. I mean, we already knew that this study just blew it out the freaking water.
I have obesity and I have sleep apnea. And I don't even need my machine anymore.
No.
Yeah.
So they've done phase 3.
Hallelujah, GLP-1 advantage.
But do you all remember when this time last year, the buzzings of Zepbound, we didn't know what the name was going to be, but it was starting to buzz because the Surmount trials were in progress this time last year. This is very reminiscent to me of the Zepbound trials. But remember, Lilly had told us last year that they were going to submit the results of the Surmount trials in May or June of last year. They actually submitted them early. They submitted them in April of 2023. It was so successful that they submitted it, their findings to the FDA early. So this sounds very reminiscent of how Zepbound got approved, and because it's just so freaking effective.
Yeah.
So even with the orforglipron coming and everything, they're still banking on tirzepatide because it's just.
When does that one come? Or orforglipron? When does that come?
Okay, so they are saying 2025, middle to end of 2025. Again, right, and hold on, look. They said that with orforglipron coming, that will ease up the manufacturing for tirzepatide. So they are pushing for orforglipron to come and to go and to get FDA approved because that's pill form, right?
Yeah. You think that'll come before retatrutide? Triple G?
I think so.
I mean, I'm thinking that'll be the smart thing to do, and they gonna run out of damn pens.
Yeah, because that's why they want it so fast. Because it takes time, it takes money to build manufacturing facilities. It does. Lilly said it on the December earnings call. You can't, and it's true. You can't just throw up a manufacturing facility. And Eli Lilly has had previous issues with their manufacturing facilities with, passing inspections. They've also had issues with employees and former employees being whistleblowers, which it actually was something to it. One of their manufacturing facilities in New Jersey, even last summer, was under investigation.
Wow.
So there we go. The call was really, yes, they went over financials pretty much. Lilly made for Zepbound made half $500 million in sales Q1 for 2024. $500 million in sales.
$1 billion. Half a billion. Think about how much money this friggin' company has. I swear to God. It's like, look, I'm all about capitalism, but holy crike.
So they said as of April 1st, 2024, Zepbound had 67% access in commercial segments.
Wow.
The access for Zepbound is a two-step process. One, the employer has to opt in to the anti-obesity rider coverage.
Yeah.
And then also you have the savings card. They're looking to increase access with pharmacy benefits managers as well as employer opt-ins. Because if you notice now, insurance companies, PBMs will prescribe, or they'll not prescribe, I'm sorry, they will approve Ozempic before they approve Mounjaro.
You think?
They will approve Wegovy before they approve Zepbound.
Interesting. Why do you think this? Because the prices. Well, I mean,
cost.
Ozempic.
Ozempic is a little bit cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Unofficial internal processing statistics here.
Oh, dear God.
Are we noticing, or is it? Do people have more adverse side effects to semaglutide versus tirzepatide? Is that, or is it about the same?
No.
I always hear a lot of stories about semaglutide.
I think everybody's different, but what the studies have shown is that tirzepatide has a kinder side effect profile. That's what Alex was on our show. Is that it's the same side effects, it's just less. You know?
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you for your memory, Kim. Because
you know what, and it depends, and it's just like Kim said, every body is literally different. You're having people that are coming from Ozempic to Mounjaro or Wegovy to Zepbound, and many people are saying that the side effect profile is a little less or a little less harsh than semaglutide, Ozempic, Wegovy. But some people respond better to Ozempic, Wegovy, semaglutide, you know, so it just, it really does all depend. The top priority for Eli Lilly, and they focused on this, was manufacturing and production. They are in the most aggressive expansion in their company history.
You know, if they ever said anything but that, I think if they had ever said anything but that wasn't their top concern, I would flip my shit. It better be your top concern.
Yeah.
It better be.
I mean, they, you know, again, I did make a video on this, but you know, Germany, when they just broke ground on that plant in Germany to make the multi-use pens for the EU. Now, JP Morgan, the representative from JP Morgan, came out guns blazing because he, and as we know, the Q&A is the best part of those calls.
Yeah. Because you just wait and they ask him and you're just like,
He came out guns blazing. He pretty much was like, look here, why aren't you all using the multi-use pens over in the States?
Yeah.
He asked it point blank.
Because they are using them in what country?
They're just using, well, you know, they're in Ireland, they're, you know, in EU, but they're using the vials in the EU. Also, Australia has the vials. They're in shortage. Canada has the vials. They're in shortage. Do you see that there's a possible kind of commonality?
They're not making enough of anything to hold the medicine. I just want to be like, Eli Lilly, just
they
call
can't
pharmacies.
Yeah, they can't produce enough. Now, I think long term, the vials will be a good option for the U.S. I did not think they were going to release the vials. It didn't make business sense. Now, it made common sense. It didn't make business sense.
It does make
if they cannot produce an injection pen that they've had since Trulicity, and insulin is in shortage also, it's a core manufacturing issue. I've been saying that from the beginning.
And
I said
clearly Novo is struggling as well. Like, I mean their shortages are way worse.
Yeah, but
truly.
How do you not know? They had to have known.
This is the longest one for Eli Lilly.
That this drug, I mean, we already knew it was on track to be the best-selling drug of all time. So you mean to tell me you're saying on the investment call that they didn't, that they can't meet demand. However, at least Novo Nordisk did stop any new scripts for Wegovy. Now that I can, that could end our misery right now. Jackie, they can't produce it.
Yeah, they can't. It's the same kind of thing.
They can't produce it, period. Yeah. I don't care what is approved. They can't produce it.
Yeah. Like they have the ability, but it's that they don't have enough vials any more than they have enough pens. That's what JT's been saying. I think
they don't have enough capacity for anything. So if you want them to produce the vials of tirzepatide, that means the lines would have to be changed, which I'm not a manufacturing person, and it may not be that much. But here's the thing. They don't have enough, and I've always said it. I believe it's the medicine. They don't have enough of it. I promise you I did.
I think they don't have enough of anything. Like I don't think they have, like if they're having a hard time coming up with insulin, right? Which means they have the vials themselves, right? Like where
that part.
If they can't, and if they don't have, if they have to spend time to get another
No, Jackie. No, Jackie. The pens are not the problem. The pens were the problem last year. The pens are not the problem. They don't have the capacity for the medicine.
You mean to make the medicine themselves?
Correct. Yeah. They don't have the capacity to make the medicine.
What was that stat that you had a couple of months ago? Like what they were like 20,000 scripts written for Zepbound in 2 weeks.
25,000 new scripts per week for Zepbound. And my source at Lilly, and I remember Dave was like, oh, you talk to a rep? I'm like, no, love. I don't talk to a rep, but thank you.
We love you, Dave.
Yeah. Look.
I love you, Dave. I'm not mad at you. Just JT is.
No. But I mean,
JT is just saucy today.
I love you. Listen, but I said, and when I asked this person, and when he said it, it kind of, and the way he zipped at me, I was like, but he said, don't you think that if we wanted to release the vials, we would have?
Well, yeah. But I mean, I get I'm wondering what the approval was even for, though,
But I mean, right. So look, so my thing is,
why get it approved if you
I believe that the vials are coming, but for some reason, people thought that they were going to be coming on this call. I knew that wasn't going to happen. According to my sources, I knew it wasn't going to happen. Lilly has such an issue right now. You all think about it. 25,000 new scripts. They're running their production 24/7. The second North Carolina plant is not open. It's built. The lines are in. The inspections are done.
What was the clinical setting?
Yep.
Yeah.
And ding, ding, ding. There you go. That's it right there.
JT is turned up.
All the way turned up.
Look.
Maybe they need to get with Coke. I'm with you, Vicky. Get with Coke.
Vicky.
Let's bring jobs to Atlanta.
Listen, because I was like, y'all, think about it. Think. Do you really think that they're trying to get another manufacturing facility up and going, which they say really won't be up and going till the end of 2025. Now, here's the thing. We don't know what's going to happen the second half of the year. Eli Lilly said we expect increased production towards the middle to the end of 2024. Now, they very could. The package inserts are available. I don't care what's available on the FDA website, Jackie.
Hey, don't fuss at Jackie. She's just
don't fuss at Jackie. She's
no. They're not releasing it for monetary
reasons.
Jackie's got an opinion.
Like you said, it's a business,
opinion.
right? Jackie, love you, but let me tell you, I don't like people to get their hopes up.
I know you don't.
And Eli Lilly told you, they told us in December, but people didn't want to believe it. Eli Lilly said, they said it. They said, look here, we're going to have shortages through 2024 into 2025. They told us, but nobody wanted to believe it. And if you've been on this train long enough, if Eli Lilly says it, you better believe they're going to back up whatever they say.
See, I don't agree. I feel like they run their mouths constantly like I do. And instead of saying they're speculating like I do, they're like, 'tis facts. And then it's all bullshit. I don't know. But I don't trust any of them anymore.
We knew that
I don't know if it was this bad the first time too.
Wasn't going to end at the end of March. We knew that. Even though that's what Lilly was saying, we knew it wasn't going to end till the end of March. So think about it. They're kind of kicking the can down the road because now you launched Zep. You've got Mounjaro, the best-selling medication ever. And you mean to tell me you didn't know? And you don't have the manufacturing capacity, but yet you're allowing doctors and clinicians to write new scripts.
Yeah, I know.
It's a plan shortage. It's a plan shortage.
Kind of sometimes I feel in that CON conspiracy life a little bit there. Like, I don't think it's maybe not a plan shortage, but they probably saw something like, you know what, it's going to be mayhem, and you know what?
Hey, we need a speculating bumper for all this nonsense.
Well, you know what? Yeah, hold on, guys. Let's start. You ready?
This is how I built my following on TikTok.
I'm telling y'all, it's planned. Because think about it, JT. They started telling everybody that this stuff was going to start happening last year, which means they already knew that there was going to be a problem. There's no way in heck it just popped out on them.
Exactly.
They knew that they were going to have issues. They planned to hype everything up because the more it's talked about, the more
people
want to build a brand.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, so it's planned. So
they've known about this. I've said that from the get. That's literally how I built my following on TikTok, because I was like, these bitches know all of it. Shortage my ass. They have all the numbers of all the data in all the land about how people are sick with this. They knew exactly how many formularies covered anti-obesity medications. They knew which ones didn't. They knew how many people are overweight. They knew how many people were going to want it. They knew who could afford it. They knew everything. So when they went viral, or whatever they want to bullshittery call it, and we're like, oh shit, lies, a bunch of crap. They knew exactly. They are masters of go-to-market strategy. And that's literally how I built my following, because I was like, no.
Yeah.
That's what Lydia said. She goes, you unveil the bullshit. And I'm like, that's right.
Listen,
I ever write a book called Unveil.
You called it though. You called it last spring. And Kim called it. I called it, even when people kept saying Zepbound wasn't going to be released to the end of the year. I said, nope. I said, no. And people thought I was lying. People thought I was wrong. But I'm telling you, the information that I had, and they were on track for the end of September. I kept telling people, I said, look here, it's coming. The Zepbound indication is coming. Everyone was like, oh, no, it's not. We don't have a FDUCA date. We don't have, okay, look, okay, listen.
And we never got one either.
We never got one.
Yeah.
Listen, my source doesn't miss. I'm telling you, that person said it's coming. Now, they were a month and a half behind because Zep got approved November the 8th or something like that. They were on track for September. Now, I don't know a lot, but I know that when my source speaks, I'm like, okay. And I even sit on stuff. I don't even say everything, but I knew that was coming. When my source said, don't you think if we wanted the vials in the US that we would have had them by now?
I really just don't think. I think you make a good point and before
They don't have the capacity. They don't have the capacity. They did not plan effectively, because if they would have,
here's what I argue though. Like here's what I think. I think they knew exactly what they were doing. But here's the thing: like when you're trying to bring something to market, and I can even talk about this with a podcast, you can either have it perfect or you can have it now, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's how this works.
Yeah.
So that's why we've been scrappy as hell. That's why we've been successful, because we've just been flying by the seat of our pants and trying to figure it out and like walking the path that we felt like God was laying out, right?
Yeah.
So I'm telling you, like when it comes to go to market, you can plan and you can know, but at the end of the day, if they had held the biggest selling drug of all time until they knew for certain they would not have a shortage, that would be years from now, and many people would not have the medication, get sick, and possibly die. We can say
correct. Correct. Look, Kim. Look.
So yeah.
He called it.
I mean, so I think they knew, but they
did know
to make $500 million fucking dollars. Got to come to market now and just deal with the shortage.
And you just kind of have to roll with the ebbs and flows. Now, I will say, Lilly told us last year we're building those 2 additional plants in North Carolina. Yeah. So I will give them that. Plus, they said a new one was coming an hour north of Indianapolis, but we knew this last year.
Yeah.
Now, and it's just like Dr. Rentia said, you prepare for a shortage before the shortage. You prepare for a shortage before the shortage. Lilly has said we cannot meet demand. They said that point blank, period.
Yeah.
They said we cannot meet demand and it will go into 2025.
That's literally being like, everybody, I am white. Like, this is like, of course you can't meet demand. This is the most ridiculous thing I ever heard. It's not a shortage, a national shortage.
Listen,
it's just
listen. So in corporate speak, Lilly said about the multi-dose quick pens, where JP Morgan kind of came out locked and loaded with them.
Yeah.
They said the quick pen will unlock new supply capacity in the EU and other international markets.
So basically, US don't get it. We're paying the most and we have the most people buying.
So why is the quick pen only outside of the US?
Yeah, why?
They said, now, this is what they said. They said they have existing assets over in Europe for the quick pen.
What does that mean?
The second reason, manufacturing constraints. The third reason, then he says, we haven't ruled out other markets outside of the EU.
Is that so?
Now, you know what that says to me? They already have it in play. It is already in play.
Yeah.
Now, their marketing spending is up 12%.
Yeah.
For existing and new products.
What the hell are you marketing for?
Ma'am.
Ma'am. You just told us you couldn't meet demand. Stop.
Ma'am. The research and development costs have increased 27%.
Well, sure.
Because
they're going for other indications. So that makes sense. R&D always
The Mounjaro and Zepbound financial performance has increased 26%. The U.S. revenue is up 28% due to Mounjaro, Zepbound, Trulicity, and Verzenio. Europe, EU revenue is up 29%. Mounjaro sales globally.
Yeah.
1.8 billion. Jesus. Mounjaro sales in the U.S.
for the quarter, JT. Oh my God.
1.5 billion for the US. Over this time last year of 568 and 536 million respectively. Respectively. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait. Look, wait a minute. Hold on. So Trulicity.
Who making all the money?
Trulicity, which a lot of the PBMs and insurance companies have on their step therapy list.
Yeah, they do.
Correct?
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So you sometimes have to do Saxenda, Trulicity, try all the other medications before they will approve you for Mounjaro, right? Eli Lilly said it again. They said it on the December call. They are asking that doctors and clinicians do not write any new prescriptions for Trulicity.
Because they need the pens for Tirzepatide.
Yeah, 100%.
Better margins.
That part.
Better results.
That part.
Exact same pen.
Yeah.
What? Look, what have I been saying? It's the same exact pen of Trulicity.
That's what they need.
Trulicity has been around for what, 10 years? So their patent doesn't end until, well, a little longer probably. Their patent doesn't end until 2027.
Yeah.
So there's a decrease in script requests. They're asking doctors not to prescribe Trulicity. The worldwide demand for Trulicity is down 26% due to supply constraints.
Wow.
The demand for Tirzepatide is very strong. Weekly filled scripts for Mounjaro and Zepbound, they did not give exact numbers. They just said in the hundreds of thousands.
A week. Is that what you said? A week? Jeez.
Weekly filled. Now, they're saying weekly filled. They didn't say weekly written. They said meaningful shipment increases in the second half of the year. They are aware of the frustrations.
Oh, thanks. Thank you.
Thank you for your awareness.
The demand outpaces even though they're increasing the supply allegedly, the demand is just outpacing it. They said that they are on track for saleable doses. I don't know. Yeah. The Germany plant has broken ground. The Zepbound demand increased supply. The Quick Pen has, they received another indication for Tirzepatide for the EU sooner than they expected.
Which one?
So in Europe, they only have Mounjaro. They don't have Zepbound. But Mounjaro in EU has dual indications. So it's for type 2, for T2D, and for weight management. They got the indication approval for weight management before they were expecting it. So now that's really
and that's what they did with Ozempic and there too. That's what the same thing they did. But still, when the shortage happened overseas, they did stop the weight loss people and gave it to the type 2 diabetics first.
Correct. But now it has the indication.
Now it has the indication.
So,
oh God, TikTok's going to explode. Oh my God.
So they said that OSA, back to the obstructive sleep apnea study. This was very interesting, which we kind of already knew this, but they really broke it down, and they said that OSA can have serious cardiac and metabolic complications. Wow. It can cause hypertension, stroke, coronary heart disease, heart failure, atrial fibrillation, as well as T2D, as well as type 2 diabetes. 80 million people are impacted by it. 70% of people with obstructive sleep apnea live with obesity. 20 million suffer from moderate to severe OSA. And they either have a complete or partial collapse of the upper airway during sleep.
Yeah.
Okay. Part D reimbursement for Medicare.
Oh, yeah. It's not on Medicare yet, is it? Is Mounjaro on Medicare?
Medicare Part D. So that's why they really want this obstructive sleep apnea indication, because they said we can get reimbursements from Medicare. Now, they said TROA probably will not pass this year, but it's still a priority, and they'll continue to work on it.
They're going to hold on to that for the election.
And TROA, which stands for treatment and reduce
Obesity Act. Yes, thank you. They have 9 assets for type 2 diabetes and obesity. They are preparing for the next generation of therapies. One investor asked about Market Watch for as compared to AMG 113, and Lilly came back and said, "Look, that's not our job. That is your job to Market Watch." I said,
"Could you give us the back?"
Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you got to tell us. Like, we don't listen to these nerdy calls. That's what we have you for.
I love it, Kim. These nerdy calls.
People ask me, why are you on the calls? Like, because JT will do it, and she'll have her spend. I was like, and then Dave will do it. I don't want to go sit on that call.
But they're really good, though. They really are good.
I can't handle it.
You all should listen. Listen, everyone should listen to the calls. But AMG 113 is produced by Novo Nordisk. And so pretty much they were asking, so how y'all comparing to them? Mm-hmm. And of course, Lilly sidestepped it. But they did say that they feel very, very strongly with tirzepatide.
Yeah.
And pretty much that's where they're hitching their wagon. And I don't blame them. I don't. Mm-hmm. They're looking into new drugs with less side effects, also decreasing the amount of time that you have to take it as opposed to a weekly injection. They're looking for something with a little bit more. Even with the increased manufacturing, they won't be able to meet demand. They're also looking at, oh goodness, and Dave can pronounce it so well, yeah, that one.
Dave's on the case. We need you, Dave. Algorithm, bring us Dave.
I hate that word because I get tongue-tied, but that is supposed to directly affect adipose tissue. It's supposed to directly affect adipose tissue and increase muscle mass. So,
I heard about that one.
So,
increase muscle mass.
Yes. Novo's manufacturing.
I'm ready. I want to try all.
But increase muscle mass and reduce adipose tissue. Isn't that like what bodybuilders? Been hustling them drugs at the gym.
Remember what Dr. Ali told us, how hard it is to get any muscle mass. Mm-hmm. Like just it's all about trying not to lose what you have and not worry about building it later.
Especially when you're losing weight. When you're losing weight, because
yeah. So because it is a small molecule, and Jackie had said, these medications are small molecules. They know what they're doing. They're confident in it. Novo's manufacturing steps, they said it's 35 steps to manufacture. They're not guaranteed. And I'll end it on this. They're not guaranteed. Eli Lilly is not guaranteeing a smooth rollout in 2025.
Oh, thanks. Shocking. We are shocked to our core.
Like our shocked face.
Stop making amazing things and then taking them away.
I was like this, but there are.
We're all going to be compounding.
Yeah. But there are rumblings, and I've seen it in the chat, where people are talking about filing lawsuits against Eli Lilly, filing lawsuits against Novo Nordisk because they are not able to produce these therapies. You know, your doctor prescribes them because for medical reasons, and these shortages are affecting people's health. At the end of the day, the shortages are affecting people's health.
Yeah.
I say competitors come out with something similar
demand,
so we don't have to spend $1,200 on drugs. Come on, other
So
or compound.
Come on, other pharma.
Baby. The cheaper compound gets, the more people will go. Oh, we lost Lara. She had to go. She had to go.
Maybe.
Yeah. We lost Lara.
I'm telling you, the cheaper compound gets, the more pressure it puts on them to get a better coupon.
But don't you remember what our beloved Dr. Rosen said?
He says lots.
Remember what he said on the compound episode of the podcast? He said that the medicine is made overseas.
It is. Yeah.
And compound pharmacies get the medicine from the same factories.
They do.
Eli
yeah,
Lilly
that's
and
right.
Nova.
He told us it was like, that's what I was saying when you're talking about having the capacity to make enough medicine. We got a shit ton of compound medicine here. Now, is it good? That's
that part.
That part, right? That's when you have to think about like using pharmacies that are regulated, not buying it from peptide companies or using fucking Groupons. Like, don't do that. Stop.
And companies saying that they've got rid of TrueTide.
Oh my God. Right. TrueTide. Yeah, I know. I can't even. And like that, and that's what kills me. We know there was someone that commented on that video, that woman telling us that Valhalla Vitality is selling rid of TrueTide, and it's available, and it's the loophole like everything else. You know what I mean? And
that's
when
so
she was
sketch.
saying that, yeah.
She is. We got Lara. Hey, Lara. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. We were both pushed the same way.
Girl,
I was so excited to see you. I was like,
listen, Lara, Kat has hot fingers tonight. So like, just like know that it isn't you, but that is the call. This book, I've been talking about it, Magic Pill by
a message, told me to read it. I said, I got enough problems. Go.
Johann Hari. I am reading it. This person started a GLP-1 the same time I did. Yeah. So
she's trashing it, right? In the book?
Well, I need to keep reading it. So this is my nightly read.
Does she know it's not a pill?
Well,
it's not a pill.
So I'm gonna keep reading it because I need to read a book, but this is the extraordinary benefits and disturbing risks of the new weight loss drugs. Now, the fact that they said weight loss drugs.
That's what pisses me off. If we don't stop, that's the problem though, is everything before this has been a weight loss drug, right? Everything before this has never treated the actual dysfunction, the actual disease. So people call them weight loss drugs. And now we can't say it on fucking TikTok. Thanks for the segue. Love you. Listen, I am furious about these community guideline changes, and there's nothing we can do about it. And I've had so many people come to me and be like, you know, Kim, like, why don't we fight? Who?
What are we gonna fight? Wait a minute. No. Look. No. When people say, and y'all can screen record this and you can do whatever you want to do, but when people say we're just rolling over and we need boo, bear
app.
Let me tell you
it's
something.
Not a government, it's an app.
I mean, what are we gonna do? I'm just
look. Just in case you weren't here last year, let me tell you how this rolls.
Oh God!
Let me tell you how this rolls.
Tonight.
It really is.
This rolls
usually much sweeter.
This is their app. Now no one says, and I'm not saying that they're right because that
I'm gonna win. Chef says,
look. Clapper. Listen.
Hell yeah, clapper for the win.
Now, somebody, and bless their hearts, even said, who can I talk to at TikTok? Baby boo, what do you think
Let me tell you,
there
are companies.
Oh my God. It's kind of like we have what, Gloria Allred on speed dial. We're just going to call her up.
Like, hey. I love it. That's right. That's what it is.
What do you want us to do? But then it's the narrative of, oh, well, these larger creators just want to keep their accounts. Listen.
What?
Look, listen. Truth be told, you want to keep your account too. Because let me tell you something. You will have freaking PTSD when you wake up and you are nowhere to be found on this app. I don't know why some people think that we're playing games or that we're trying to fear monger or anything like that. That's a difference. Fear mongering and facts. We can tell you the facts. Now, you are a whole adult. You can do what you want to do. But I don't like this narrative of, well, we're just rolling over. You just got here. You just got here. And you sitting up here trying to regulate and tell people, get the frick out of here. I wish you would roll up on one of my posts and say that. Let me tell you something. We would have a shitty chat.
ByteDance announced today that they will pull out of the US
gonna
when
be
they
okay.
want. Oh my God, stop, Chef. That sounds
I promise, JT, everything's going to be okay.
It sure will be okay, but
it will be.
She's fiery this week.
Sick. I am sick. I'm sick and tired.
You sound like Wanda Sykes.
Narrative of, oh goodness,
in the same tone.
rolling
I am
over.
sick.
What the hell do you want us to do? What do you want us to do?
We got Gloria Allred on speed dial.
Listen, I will go and pick it at TikTok. But when you do something, you got to be strategic about it. You can't just be all up in your feelings. Dude, they don't give a shit about your feelings. I'm sorry to tell anybody that. They don't give shit.
Here's the
about
thing.
Your
they
feelings.
did it on purpose. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't
Of course they did.
This isn't an oops. This is a calculate. Oh, speculating with Kim. Quick, everybody.
You want to do it again? Hold on.
Yeah, let's do it again.
Here's by far my favorite bumper.
I made it myself.
Yes, I'm
scrappy as hell.
I'm sorry, honey.
Listen,
but they got me fired up.
We can't talk about this shit on TikTok.
We're trying to regulate.
No,
shit.
I would have if we went on TikTok Live, we'd be shut down and bananaed.
Yeah, it's awful. I'm like, I have like 4 accounts, and I'm like, over here, over here, over here.
Freaking horrible.
The way my AC is set up, I can't.
It is freaking horrible to be banned.
Are you serious? A 700-page book?
Are they the name of the
facetious?
Are you being facetious, Chef? Seriously.
He's a facetious kind of dude.
But I'd imagine they did probably release like a crap ton.
Here's the thing, like I wonder, like we have our friends who have type 2 diabetes. We have JT, we have Steve who has been like, are they going to be suppressed? Are they going to be silenced for talking about their disease? Yeah, they are. Yeah. Because their AI doesn't know how to make the distinction or won't make the distinction. I think it's won't. This is just an easy way. Just like when I talked with TikTok and or the customer service person, which is the most communication I've ever had with TikTok ever. And she was like, yeah, I'm on your side. Like with this one, I'm like, you are not. Oh,
look, listen, we don't trust TikTok. And let me just say this also. Let me just say this too.
Yeah.
Because
what is it? It's like 2% of TikTok's revenue is from US. I mean, TikTok could be like, we don't need y'all.
TikTok doesn't need the US.
Yes, but it is a tremendous amount of revenue. That's
correct.
It is still like.
And then where is that revenue that's going
that they weren't going to sell?
Yeah.
ByteDance already said we're not selling because if they sell it, they're pretty much selling their intellectual property.
If ByteDance only owns 20%, and there's 60,
I can't, Chef. Did you hear what?
And I think they can.
Videos aren't.
I think I don't know though. To be honest,
why am I being Pollyanna this evening? All of y'all are just letting them fly, and I'm like,
ByteDance is not going to sell, and that's what makes TikTok. TikTok is their algorithm. Thus, why Instagram made a little announcement saying,
"That's right. Tell us the Instagram tea."
Instagram said after how many years of having the most horrific algorithm on social media, it's absolute trash.
It is. It's garbage.
They said on their creator page, guess what? We're now changing the algorithm and we're going to make it that there'll be equal opportunity for people's videos to be pushed out. Because you know what else? Instagram would only push out their top creators. So you wondered why it was so hard to grow on IG.
It was. You know what? Here's the funny thing. It's sort of unrelated or related. You know, I got a Meta Messenger on IG. This is okay. Do you know that stupid song that someone redid with Dora going big back, big back?
No, that sounds awful.
I think I saw it.
I hate it already.
Oh my God. Instead of backpack, it's big back. And I'm sorry, you sing it to yourself when you're eating food you shouldn't be eating or whatever. I looked it up I was looking for this funny video. Why did I get this whole message from Meta? We see that you're looking for weight loss products. We see that you looked up big back. And I got Meta, leave me alone.
Yep.
I got a paragraph. I don't need all this. I'm just looking for a stupid video.
Yeah. Paragraph
that's what I'm on Instagram for. I'm here for the ignorance. So,
jeez. I don't know. I think someone was like, why are they coming for like the weight loss community, right? Like, well, I don't like that we're a weight loss community anyway. To me, we're the obesity community. We are the people with metabolic diseases and disorders community. Like, but like, we don't fit in that box, right? We call weight loss drugs, weight loss this, weight loss that. You know what I mean? I don't think it's that. I think Eli Lilly is an advertiser. I think there's a shortage. I think there's some sort of shaking hands in place where at the end of the day, they want us fucking quiet, but they haven't met us halfway, right? We go everywhere. We're like cockroaches, but with style. You know?
Talking about cockroaches with style. Can we talk about United Healthcare?
Let's do. What is the United Healthcare tea?
Well, they were on Capitol Hill today, and they had to testify. So the CEO of UHC testified today because Congress wanted to know about the Change Corporation data breach. And so we know United Healthcare paid the hackers $22 million. And then the hackers still didn't give them back everything. But here's
you won't come on Mounjaro. I'm coming for you now.
Well, here's the thing. The website that they hacked didn't have two-factor authentication.
Wow.
With everyone's information. You don't have two facts or
and
authentication.
That savings card literally asked for blood. That savings card that came out for Zepbound. That was like, give us everything and all the permission to do whatever we want if you use this card.
Whatever we want, because that was so different from the original savings card. You answered one question and it was
Are you a type 2 diabetic? No. Okay, then here you go.
Look, here you go.
You didn't even have to do that with the original.
But they didn't even stop there. So the Congress men and women come to find out United Healthcare lent, remember they did loans for medical practices, right? They own a lot of medical practices, but they did loans for medical practices because you couldn't get any claims paid, remember? Okay.
Oh my
On
God.
top of us not being able to get medications, right? Okay. Here's the thing. United Healthcare still wants those loan repayments, and they haven't even paid out everybody.
Yeah.
So Congress is sitting up there. I mean, when I tell you they grilled United Healthcare, and they had a doctor, the CEO apologized to this one doctor, and she's like, wait a minute, I'm still not fully paid, but yet you want your loan payments. There should be some forgiveness there.
Yeah.
So now they're working on that too.
Jeez Louise, what a mess.
It is an utter mess.
No wonder doctors have just quit taking insurance and you like go to Fridays and pay $100.
I don't blame them.
Yeah.
I don't blame them. And even as of this week, they were still having issues with their systems. CVS was having an issue. Walmart was having an issue as of today.
What?
I lost United Healthcare today, so we got a new insurance.
Who's your insurance today?
It's Aetna. It's still the same situation with
doesn't cover obesity.
Yes, yeah, I still gotta, but
there's no obesity medication on your plan.
Yeah, no, it's still a weight loss exception. The same plan, but
not weight loss.
We got better dental health care. We got better dental benefits.
Well, that's great. At least nice. Okay, I was gonna make an asshole joke.
No, do it. Please make your asshole joke.
With great teeth, but that's only because we've been friends a long time.
Right, exactly. Or now my teeth will be extra good to eat the extra food when I get my. Just kidding.
Yeah,
I just want some veneers.
Not claiming that.
Well, Kat, I felt it. It was good.
I just want some veneers. All I want is some veneers, and I mean, we can like rock and roll with the veneers.
I feel the same.
But I don't think I have anything else other than that. I think that was a lot. But
let's talk about the community guidelines now.
Girl.
All the fucking crazy shit that's happening.
Let's just go to the clapper.
Listen,
clap
Linda,
on.
I am literally trying to Pied Piper everyone to their platform of choice. But if you want something that's TikTokery, the closest thing is Clapper. I like Clapper better. I let it all hang out there.
But there are a lot of people that like want to stand and fight TikTok.
No.
And it's like, bless your heart.
Bless it.
The way my energy is set up right now.
Our content
girl, listen, I don't have the energy.
The way to shut it down.
Yeah, the way my energy is set up right now.
It may not even be here next year.
Yeah.
It may be here.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Clap on Clapper, Chef says. Clapper's great. I like Clapper. I'm having a good time there.
Yeah.
It's very freeing. A lot of us have been like,
don't go to a veneer tech. Okay. No. Yeah, girl, PMAC. I saw that. This one person spent like $3,000 on veneers, and the very next day, one of them fell out on the front.
Oh dear God.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Go with porcelain, JT. Just get a bridge made out of that. That's what these are.
I love you, sweetheart. But we're not going to use your teeth as an example.
No, I'm just saying, go with porcelain. These bad boys are sharp.
My love. It's real.
He said the bad boys are sharp. Like
they are sharp.
They are sharp. I'm telling you, they're the way to go, JT. Porcelain, baby. Porcelain.
Porcelain, baby. Porcelain.
Porcelain. So thank you all for letting me be spicy.
Yeah.
JT,
I'm spicy. I'm like going through stages of grief. I was listening to the song.
I think it is.
I was listening to the song Unwritten in the car,
Yeah.
And I was just like weeping.
Oh.
Aww.
Like just like thinking about
like mad.
We're all still a community. We're all still connected, but the problem is it's disparate now. Like everybody's going every which way, and so now I got to keep up with 5 socials just to like stay in touch with the community.
I know.
I know.
I'm just like mad because are they silencing? Yes, but it's like, what is the bigger play here? There like has to be a bigger play
on your YouTube.
We got some feedback
on the bat phone.
Feedback.
Yeah. I don't know. I really think there's a whole lot at work, and it does not matter what we say. This decision was 100% informed, and they know exactly what they're doing.
Yes,
you know.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
They know.
I agree.
Just like Eli Lilly, they know exactly what they're doing. You know.
They know, and they started it last year.
Yeah.
They started this mess last year.
Chef, you should come to Atlanta. You can meet us there. We're having an event in Atlanta on May 17th. You should come. We're going to film a live episode of the podcast. We have obesity doctors that are coming. You should come. You should come. There are tickets in my bio.
Mine too. Look, right. And
yes, right.
And Chef is right. Chef said they don't care. And as they announced today, they will pull out when they want to.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah, they don't care. No.
Right.
So Like I have my little GLP-1 account over there. I just got to like 900 on it, so I went live, and I was like, I'll try and code over here. I'll see if it works. But if I get shut down, I get shut down. I think it's a matter of a lot of us now trying to decide if it's the retroactive piece. So those of us who have been here for a long time, obviously we have a year to 2 years of content, and
right.
a subject I have obsessed about, because when you've been sick your whole life and someone gives you medicine and it literally cures it, you're like,
you want to tell everybody.
You cannot talk about it because you just want everyone to know that's ever felt like you it's going to be okay, right?
Right.
So all I did was make like freaking 3 videos a day for the past 18 months, So there's so much content. But what the TikTok person I chatted with, take that for what it's worth, said is that that our old videos get bought up all the time. They get brought up all the time.
Yes,
they get hooked up in the AI and they get pushed out. Okay.
Yeah.
So if they pick that up and they've got the new criteria,
yeah, it's
that's
true.
a violation. And then people were like, oh, I think that if you have or that it's just, it won't be on the FYP, because that's like, they weren't clear about it, right? Like, oh, you just won't be eligible for the For You feed.
They were clear.
That's a community guideline violation, which means they rack up and then it hurts the health of your account. You're going to lose it. That's what it comes down to, So then you really won't be able to see your friends. Maybe you guys cannot talk about this for our favorite subject, but at least you can see them.
Yeah. They already gave me 2 violations.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I went in and deleted all my videos.
You deleted them all? Yeah. And I asked her, I was like, can I put them in private? And she said, yes. I said, so they'll be safe if I put them in private. She said, yes.
Delete them.
Here's the thing. I noticed recently when I started to delete things, because technically it's like their IP, it started giving me an automatic community guideline violation.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then I'd go, what did I do? And it would just be like, standard community guideline violation. What?
You know what?
What did I do? So I have no idea if I'll have if I'll have my account at all come May 17th. I have no idea. And we will just wake up in Atlanta on that day.
We will.
Angela has it.
I just wake up and I'm just like, I don't know if it's going to be there or not. I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
I just don't know.
Honestly, when you lost your account in July of last year, when so many people lost their accounts, that really, really was a perspective shift for me. And I was like, well, if I'm going to go down, I'm going to go down saying exactly what I want to say. Right. And I shifted. But that being said, knowing that there's this deadline, right? So this time it's different for guys that don't know that we're on TikTok or haven't been on there forever. July 4th or 5th or whatever it was a holiday weekend. They banned like 50 people overnight. There was no community guideline violations, no warning, not even, it took like a month to even get responses for them to tell them why they did this. We had to like take it to press and do whatever we could, try to get stories about it. There weren't many.
So many doctors.
So many of our doctors were completely banned. Mass violations. Eventually when they got back into the account, it was just a mass violations on their account, and that's what's happening.
I mean, video after video.
Yeah, after video. So this time they come out and they're like, "This is going to change, right? Period. Point blank. Period. Whether you like it or not, and we're giving you 30 days to get your shit together. So go. That's a gift. That's more than they gave us last time.
It sure is.
I just opened Clapper, and who's the first video? Me! Yay! Which one is this? The one telling people to come here? We love it.
Yeah.
We love Clapper.
I feel better. Thank you all for letting me just get
there you go.
out.
It's therapy. It's therapy. It's like Sabrina's Friday.
I've been calling this therapy forever.
Yeah, it's and then last night I tried to be adventurous and I did the microderm thing, and look now, it wasn't the machine, it was user error. Trust me. I didn't realize it was going to suck the skin off my face.
Oh dear God.
What? No. But that's what you wanted to do because you're taking a layer of skin off. But what I should have done is like held this and then like zoo. For me, I did this. I said, oh,
did you video it? Because I'd pay for that.
I did.
Oh, hell yeah. All right. Put it up on a website. I'll donate.
Okay.
Look,
hold on, JT. You got a machine that sucked your
they give us all
off?
this crap on TikTok Shop. They give us the craziest stuff.
Yes.
Why would you do that?
Microderm a microderm facial. Now that runs like usually $100 to $400 now at the spa. But see, here I was like, oh, I can do it myself. But like I should have held my skin and been like this, and it wouldn't have done it. But see, I look like a cat scratching me. But that is okay because look what I got today.
What'd you get? Ooh, is that your Mounjaro?
Heck yeah.
Thank God. How long you been waiting?
Big man tan.
Thank
Big
God.
man tan.
People coming to your house now. People coming to your house.
Listen.
You just show that on Beyonce's internet. People be like, JT, what's the address?
Let me tell you all, go now. You know that I'm drive-through queen. I really don't like to go into buildings anymore.
You're an on the go.
Except Kava and Chipotle.
Sure.
But I went, something said go inside. So I marched my little chocolate chip self in there.
Oh, a chocolate chip. That's new. Chocolate chip. I like it.
Yeah. And I'm like, hi, how are you? Hey, I'm here to get my Dexcom and my and my Zyrtec. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Well, I said, I looked over to my right. I see the refrigerator.
Yeah.
I see about 5 or 6 boxes of 10 in there.
Oh.
I said,
5 or 6.
Look, I said,
That's 84 days.
I had to talk to the pharmacist again because they didn't give me the right number of sensors for my Dexcom.
Mm-hmm.
I just said, when are you going to get Mounjaro in? I said, I got the text saying that you're ordering it. And she said, oh, and this wasn't my regular pharmacist. She was a floater. She was very nice. She said, we have 10 now. And I said, wait a minute, what?
Yeah.
Look, what? Now, mind you, I saw the boxes in the fridge, but I just knew they were, earmarked for someone. And she said, yeah, we have it now. You want it?
Yeah, I'd like 3 months, please.
Ma'am?
Catholic? Yeah.
Where can I send your Christmas present?
Look, ma'am, do I? Yes, I do. She said, okay. Less than 2 minutes later, $25. I said, well, look at God. Look at this. Because if I had to watch tail, if I had to watch see my black tail in that CVS, I wouldn't have seen those boxes.
Go in the pharmacy. That's the moral of the story.
You go in. Look, go in and ask. Because we have not, because we ask not. I was like, what about those boxes of 10 right there? She was like, you want them? I got them.
Nice. I do love that pharmacy.
Look, of course I want them. Because we don't.
Everybody wants them.
Look.
What is that? You need that. You need that. That's what you need to do, JT, for this whole shtick. You need to get a cap cut where from Deborah's Wears Prada, where she's like, don't be ridiculous, Andra. Everybody wants it.
Everybody. Everybody.
Oh my gosh,
ma'am, let me tell you, I ran out that pharmacy. I said,
yeah.
I was rolling. And the manager knows. She was like, bye. I was like,
bye, girl.
Just in case they changed their mind.
Happy weight loss, happy blood sugar management.
Look, I was like, gone. Yeah. I said, okay, thank you. I literally was like, if I had have gone through the drive-through, I would have never seen the boxes and never would have asked. But I tell you,
you're right.
I opened my mouth because closed mouths don't get fed. And I said, where is it? I'm going tomorrow morning. Say, girl, please, you better show your face at that pharmacy and be like this. Hey, so I see some boxes over there. Are those anybody's? Are they on vacation? Have they not come and claim them
I'm just
yet?
saying, you snooze, you lose, and I'm
right.
Right here. I'm not bothering you on a phone call. I'm right here in your face.
Look, hey, hey.
I do bet they prioritize people that walk in like that.
I don't know.
Nope, ain't got it. Nope, ain't got it.
Look, nope, ain't got it. But today, the system was working great. Walmart was having issues yesterday or today with their system, with processing scripts.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Sorry. That's where a lot of people can get it.
Oh, this is something
gets it by the truckload, man.
Yeah,
Walmart,
they're the biggest distributor. They're for sure they do.
Walmart and Sam's gets it by the truckload. Costco is a good option too.
Use something else besides CapCut. I actually don't like CapCut. I really don't. I
like InShot
too. Well, then
I haven't used that one. InShot.
I like InShot.
By chance on that, they do own. I know. I was wondering. You remember, like when I had learned recently that ByteDance also owned Grindr.
Ew.
Here's some tea, and they were forced to sell it for the same reason, and they did sell it. And Grindr still exists. I don't know who owns it now.
Look,
very, very like
fix my face.
John, don't tell me because we got to talk.
No, ByteDance will sell. That's one.
You think?
Oh God, yes. They're not gonna. China is boasting. They're blowing their chest. They're beating on it like a silverback. That's all they're doing. They're gonna sell.
Like a gorilla?
Yes, like a silverback. They're puffing their chest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's all they're doing. China, because China's scared. At the end of the day, China's scared.
There's a lot of money to lose for a not rich country. I'm just saying.
For a not rich country, they own most of our debt.
Yes, they do.
Do they really?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What else you got for us? You got any more tea?
No. Look, no.
You got any tea, John? You want to tell us about China and our debt and all that?
Well, no, but I do want
Will they erase our debt if we can let them stay in the U.S. with TikTok?
No. China wants their money.
How does China call on debt? Like,
No,
who do they
no.
call? Who do they call when they doing collections? I just wondered.
But yeah,
they're literally making tons of money off of us, and I'm just saying, wipe it away, bitches.
Because they want the control. They think that they can control the United States.
Yes, you've got
because they're too scared to land here in person, so they got to try to do something else.
So they send balloons and stuff.
Yeah, because they're scared. It's like the Japanese generals said during World War II. You don't land here because your enemies will be like the blades of grass. They'll be everywhere. So.
Chef's replacing you. He says he's got all the TJT.
51% is owned by CCP.
That's what he said.
I thought it was only 20%, Chef.
Right? They can be forced to sell. Is that what the whole point is?
Or you combining everything that they have underneath Singapore.
China is delinquent on the debt to us. Oh, indeed. Why don't we just wipe it out? It'd be like canceling out in math, Can
I cancel out school loans still?
We just cancel it out.
How about that?
Oh,
Can just erase that?
Yeah. Speaking of some extra tea, it just came into my brain, in my ADD brain. Dave mentioned that there are trials on higher dosage of Mounjaro.
That's right.
Yes. It was like 20 and 25. I think they need higher than that.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know.
I do.
I don't know. Like Sabrina was like, I need 30.
You know what? I'll take 30. Shoot.
I know.
Listen,
give it to me, baby.
You all will be laid out somewhere if you take 30 daggone milligrams.
It really depends on how insulin resistant you are. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's the thing.
Oh, this will be cat.
Cat would. I don't know. I don't feel like I feel like I don't get dizzy, and that's it. And that's usually because you're just spinning.
Texting Mrs. Roper's Mew Mew.
Oh, it's a new thing. It's gonna be I like every summer is a Mrs. Roper summer. I love cat.
I have weird insurance news too. I now all this time I have not had to have a PA.
Correct.
For anything.
You better knock on wood.
I checked today because a girl that in the community that works at CVS, she's like, we ain't mailing out GLP-1s anymore. Like they're having us call customers and all those things. And I'm like, what? And I had gotten a letter last month before I did a 3-month refill. Thank you. That said, you may have to do a PA. Like you may. And I'm like, well, it's gotta be May, right? It's gotta be May. It was. So I checked today and I'm like, oh, I don't want to know if I can still do mail order. I can still do mail order for Mounjaro. And I can order 90 days at a time mail order. And I can also do 90 days in store. which is a new thing that I haven't been able to do until now.
I
And so I was like, okay, but then I scroll down and I see PA required. Need PA. And I'm like, son of a biscuit. Now I do have Zepbound on my formulary now, and I can get 1 month at a time non-mail order. So
wait a minute.
Now I got to figure out what to do. What happened?
Present. Girl.
Uh-oh.
Lily.
Oh my goodness.
They just put on their investors page. There are safety risks of using compounded or counterfeit tirzepatide.
Oh, I bet there are.
Lilly is deeply concerned, and I'm reading this. Lilly is deeply concerned that products fraudulently claimed by compounding pharmacies or counterfeiters to be FDA-approved tirzepatide, Mounjaro, or Zepbound may expose patients to serious health risks. Neither the FDA nor any global regulatory agency has reviewed these products for safety, quality, or efficacy, and unsafe products should not be on the market. They continue with about 6 bullet points. Lilly has discovered products claiming to be compounded tirzepatide medicines that contain bacteria, high impurity levels, different chemical structures, and different colors than Mounjaro or Zepbound. In at least one instance, the product was nothing more than sugar alcohol. They said Lilly will continue to pursue legal remedies. I need for them to focus on production. Lilly will continue
to get off making statements and shut the F up.
To pursue legal remedies against those who falsely claim their products are Mounjaro, Zepbound, or FDA-approved tirzepatide, including certain medical spas, wellness centers, and compounding pharmacies. Lilly strongly supports state and federal regulators taking action to deter and punish compounding pharmacies, counterfeiters, and others who put patients at risk by selling unsafe products claiming to be tirzepatide.
Lily, you're putting us at risk because you're taking our drugs away and just letting them just,
How about that? They then give a 1-800 number for the Lilly Answer Center, the TLAC at 1-800-LILY-RX. The number is 1-800-545-5979. They said Lilly is the only lawful supplier of the FDA-approved tirzepatide. Mounjaro and Zepbound are only available from and manufactured by Lilly.
They lost it. They lost their recent lawsuit against the compounding.
Correct. So, So Lilly put that on there, and they have a 1-800 number for you to call.
I'm with Jackie on this one. A hotline.
Yeah. 1-800-545-5979. It is the Lilly Answers Center. That was just sent to me. Somebody said, look at this.
Jeez, Louise.
I need them to focus on manufacturing.
I need them to just quit putting out statements. Like
that part too.
I can't stop it now. I had that rant and I had to take it down from TikTok. Nobody wants to take compound. We just want to be able to go to the pharmacy and get our fucking medication and be able to afford it and not be sick anymore. Like that's what it comes down to. We're not out here going, oh, woo! We just want to be able to get it, man. Party, like we want to go and like we want to take all the money away from them. I mean, they're making us want to. You know what I mean? But that's what it comes down to is like we don't want to. You are literally driving us there. And the problem is the lack of education that's out there. And now we're going to be silenced on fucking TikTok because there's all these other people out there saying things like go get TrueTide and it's in market. And now we can't say anything about it. There's no content to combat that content because they've silenced us. So now we got more problems. So maybe Lily should quit making deals with people. Speculating with Kim. 101. Grr. I can't even with these people. It drives me crazy.
Yes.
Nobody wants to do it. We're trying to get as safe as we possibly can, but sick people need medicine. That's what it comes down to.
Lily said, call the 1-800 number.
Yes, I agree. The 1-800 number. Here's
That's what they said.
Yes.
Meanwhile, we are in the worst shortage of this medication ever.
Yeah, exactly. In the middle of the worst shortage, the most people on it, and the biggest shortage.
Yeah. Call. Where's the medicine, Lily? Where's the medicine?
Please don't use it.
But
fuck the fuck off.
But we're going to create a hotline for you to call.
Because we got, what do you say, 500, what is it, $500 million or some shit? Like what? I mean, like $500 million. Shut up, get off the thing. Like I swear.
Yeah. Listen,
oh my gosh, what's going on?
We can't make this up.
Facebook and Instagram have in store. Oh dear God.
Oh God.
I mean, Meta.
Jesus.
Mess. What a mess.
Trash.
Ugh. Let's go to Clapper. I love Clapper. Clapper's great. I say all the shit there. Say it all. Look, don't get me wrong. Clapper needs to do some work on editor and stuff like that. They do. They got some work to do. Like it's not as feature rich as TikTok and all the things, but it's also there's not as many people on there. When they get more people on there, they can get more money to be able to make it better. But honestly, it's very good now. It's very good. I think.
You know what? Clapper
is a little bit of a fixer upper, but it's got good bones. It's got good bones. I like it.
It has good structure.
I like the academy. I like the ambassadors. I like all of it. I like the whole
Nika said in the comments, better hope people don't call the hotline and ask where's the medicine, Lily?
Yeah. Where is it, bitch? Like, where's my medicine? People are fed up. I'm telling you. Like,
where is my medicine? How about that?
Where's my medicine?
The bullying and promotion of body dysmorphia. Oh, is that who is Chef? We are losing free speech. Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah. Well, we're for sure losing it on TikTok. I don't think it was ever free, though, to be honest. I feel like we always had to pay something. And they always were giving us new guidelines and stuff. But this one is blatantly, like, you ain't talking about
blatant.
Black and white. You can't talk about it. There are still some people that haven't come around yet that are still holding on to hope. I'm just not. I've seen it before. I'm just not.
Now, they said on the earnings call about the savings card. Remember, the Zepbound savings card is supposed to expire June 30th, but I think that they're extending it. But yeah, so
they always do. They always
don't they?
Always. All of them have. Novo did. All of them extended. It's very common.
Except that OG savings card. Remember, that was supposed to have expired in December of 2023.
That was when I started to get big on TikTok. That was when I started.
They moved it up to June.
Yep, they did. Yeah, that was like a big thing. And it was always during the first shortage, and people were like, "Oh, they're losing money." I go, "They don't lose money. Like you can't lose when you're a multi-billion
dollar corporation. They're not losing.
They're losing anything. Yeah, they know exactly
anything.
Everything they do is calculated, very calculated. They have all the numbers and all the data. They're not just like. You don't get to be an organization like they are, the size and the success and making medicines like this that come to market without knowing how to crack a few eggs. You know what I'm saying? You know how to do it. And they don't just sling it out. There's no hope. Hope is not a strategy, right?
No.
Not how
it's very calculated.
Yes. Now here on the plus sides, that's what we do. Right. We just go, let's just do it and see what happens. Because we don't have billions of dollars. So, but I'm telling you, companies like that, they're machines. And there are checks and balances. And you got to sign up on a lot of people got to agree on a $25 savings card for a $1,000 medication. I'm telling you, they knew exactly what they were doing. Exactly.
Listen,
Pug. Oh, you know Pug.
Oh, what Pug?
Tickety Talk, and they're trying to get banned.
Oh, it's Titty Talk.
Oh my gosh, the Tickety Talk. Tickety Talk. That's what they call it. The Tickety Talk.
The Tickety Talk.
The Titty Talk.
What did you just say?
It's Titty Talk. Didn't you read it?
No, I said Tickety Talk.
I know, but Chef calls it Titty Talk.
Oh, does he?
Titty Talk.
I think Clapper's Titty Talk. I love a good clapper, but I'm saying you see some boobs now. Then you got to put on your not safe for work, people.
Listen, look.
The first thing I tell people,
look.
Yeah, because some of those they're wild. I was like, whoa.
Bourbon came on our live with us on Clapper, and I was like, put that on. And he goes, I ain't putting that on. I want to see us out there.
Bourbon is so. You know what?
Let it all hang out here, Bourbon. It's all good.
He does, and
hey, look, the trolls on Titty Talk ain't gotten
how real it can get. Oh, it can get real on Clapper.
Yeah,
real. You're like, oh, look.
I haven't seen a lot of trolls yet. I mostly see people telling me. Dr. Rentia talked to me the other day, and she goes, it's so interesting to see the difference between Clapper and TikTok. Like, the vibe is totally different, right? But the difference in how men treat women. She was like, when I see women that are posting their before and afters, there are men jumping in and going, but you looked great before. And I'm like, well, that's because there's a lot of OnlyFans people, and they know they'd be nice to the ladies, you know. You know,
they'd be
Why
nice.
You gotta do us like that? Why can't we just be given a compliment because we feel like they were beautiful before?
I'm just saying that's the reason the vibe is different. That's all I'm saying. I'm okay with it. Get it, girl. You OnlyFans your face off. I don't care.
Hey, look, we need to get our medicine.
Listen, they like slim plus because I need some cash.
You do.
I'll head over to OnlyFans. I'll paint my toes.
I'm wondering what's going to happen to all of the telehealths with TikTok. Like, we've got Mochi, we've got. IVM is very well spread across. Sorry, IVM is very well spread across things. I think they'll be all right. But like the affiliates,
they're going to have to spread out to Meta.
Yeah.
They're going to have to spread out to Meta.
We'll have to. And I think they need to go to Clapper. There's so many people there. There's 40% of America has obesity.
Can't wait to meet you, Mecca.
Look here, I got you. Wink, 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 wink. I can't wait to meet y'all in Atlanta. Oh, we're excited too. Yes, it's going to be very, very fun. We're going to have a really good time. I think it's just it'll be nice to be together when everything changes. You know, with TikTok.
Yeah,
it'll be nice to be together.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you guys tell people about it because I am suppressed as fuck. So tons of people do not know about any of this.
I've been talking about it.
Yeah.
I think I posted a video about my ensemble change, and I promise you I got 6 views on that. I was like,
wow.
Wait a minute. Oh, you know what? And on Clapper, I just looked at my Clapper account. I have never reached 3,000 views within a week. Holy shnikey. Clapper gives me so much love.
I love Clapper. I'm telling you, go hang out with Clapper. We're going there.
Let's bring everybody over to Clapper.
This is our YouTube channel. Rudy and I are friends on Clapper.
Oh, yeah.
He's got 1 million subscribers.
Oh, my God.
Oh, wow.
I know. Ruby's got 1 million subscribers. She plays the piano. I was like, what do I do? She goes, post shorts every day. And I'm like, shorts
daily? Look, daily?
This is a 2-hour live. All right. We should probably wrap up. I knew it was going to go long.
We're going to roll some bean footage. And
yeah, we'll do our bean footage. It's a grind. I know, girl. I know. It is. It is a grind.
It is.
Speaking of a grind, I'm tired. Let's go to bed.
All right.
I love you guys. It's been cool hanging out with you.
Love you.
Love you. Let's roll some footage.
Are you interested in understanding GLP-1 medications like Ozempic, Wegovy, or Mounjaro? Then join us on the Plus Sides, Cracking the Obesity Code, the groundbreaking podcast helping people change their lives one episode at a time. The Plus Sides podcast is a disruptor. We're breaking down barriers, smashing stereotypes, and sharing inspiring stories that'll leave you feeling informed and empowered. Join us every week to learn from doctors who are specialists around GLP-1 medications like Ozempic, Wegovy, or Mounjaro. They'll provide you with science and facts to validate these incredible stories. But that's not all. We'll also bring you the voices of the GLP-1 Mounjaro TikTok community, real people who face the challenges of obesity-related diseases and disorders and discovered the incredible plus sides of GLP-1 medications. Our episodes are filled with heartwarming stories, laughter, and moments of triumph. You'll connect with our amazing community members who are reclaiming their health and experiencing their fullest lives. Are you ready to embark on a journey of discovery and empowerment? Tune in to the Plus Sides, Cracking the Obesity Code, and together we'll change the narrative around obesity and end the stigma. Subscribe now on YouTube or your favorite podcast platform and join our incredible community. Let's celebrate the plus sides of life together because every story deserves to be heard. Every life deserves to shine, and everyone deserves access to expert knowledge and medication. The Plus Sides Podcast. You're not alone. It's not your fault.
Good show.
Good show, guys. And now she's ready to party. I don't know.
Oh, God.
I don't know where that came from. And y'all have a great evening.
Take us out.
She's ready.
Love you. In a couple weeks. Bye.